Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of the new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. I am also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, romance, twin flame, life path and purpose, career, which is super important to people these days who are transitioning careers, changing careers. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. We are in the midst of doing Twin Flame Divine Feminine Boot Camps 1 and 2. I know many of you don't really know what those boot camps entail. They are available on demand at the links below, but I'm going to put out a video with the outline of the boot camp so you can get a little overview of what they entail. This is a weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading, messages for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and the couple. Today is Monday, November 2nd, 2020, and this reading is good for all week. Sometimes in the beginning of the readings, before I even pull a singular card, I like to give a little bit of insight into the energies for the week. Of course, tomorrow officially is the US elections. Tomorrow, November 3rd, Mercury stations direct. However, it is actually stationed, which means that Mercury energy, which is communication, seems to be a little bit at a standstill. And then Mars, which is currently in retrograde, will not go direct until November 13th of 2020. Now, Mars is the solar plexus energy, right? It's that fire energy. It's the get up and go attitude. It's moving forward. And it's about like getting tasks done, getting work done, working out, and all of that. So there is a lot of energy that is going to seem stuck this week. One thing I really want to recommend to you is that please, this week in general, I know 2020 has been crazy. I know that energetically it has felt like it is at a standstill and it has felt very stuck as far as energy goes for 2020. However, for this week, be careful with communication. Be careful with how you express yourself. Try to stay as quiet as possible and just observe and listen, honestly. Because with Mars in retrograde, with Mercury stationing direct but not really moving for another 3 days, communication and attitudes and egos can flare up. And you don't want to get into a miscommunication with somebody, especially your twin flame. But you don't want to get into miscommunication with someone where it becomes very entangled and you're not able to untangle it for several weeks. So it's best to just keep quiet, observe, and listen. And if indeed you do come back into contact with your twin flame, you need to play nice. Play it nice. Be very light-hearted, be very easy. Don't get into complicated issues now. Now is not the time to get into anything complex, complicated, serious, or contractual. You just want to keep it easy. Just be playful this week. So that is my mini message for you as you're moving through the first week in November. I assure you the energies are going to lighten up and get better eventually as we move on into 2021. But for now, it's better just to play nice. We are going to say a blessing over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, angels of God, twin flames, guardian angels, romance angels, let this reading be of the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. We're going to pull for the feminine energy, the divine goddesses first. This is the Angel Tarot. For the second deck this week, we have got the Archangel Power Tarot deck. So we have got 2 tarot decks. I know that personal power is a huge issue for many of you, especially as we're finishing off 2020. So let's dive into the personal power of this in this twin flame dynamic. I know many of you have re-entered into communication with your twin flames. I've been receiving messages all week to that end. And my message for you is to be patient. Be very, very patient. So even if you've entered into communication with your twin flame again, just be patient, because they might not be, the divine masculines might not be very forthcoming right away. They're just testing the waters, so be patient. So divine feminines, guardian angels, what do divine feminines in this collective need to learn for this week to learn and grow? Awesome. Now for the Archangel Power Tarot cards. We're gonna get those messages for divine feminine for this week and see what comes up. And then now we are going into divine masculine energy, divine masculines, guardian angels, twin flame angels. What are divine masculines learning this week starting November 2nd of 2020 as we go through this first week in November? And now for the Archangel Power Tarot. What is the energy for DMs this week? And we're going to move into the twin flame couple, the collective energy between the two, the masculine and the feminine polarities. And hopefully you're in your proper energy, and we're talking about energy. We're not talking about sex or gender, we're talking about energy. And if you consider yourself to be a divine feminine, it's really in your best interest to stay in more feminine power energy and the divine feminine energy of the twin flame couple, because then you are ready to become an energetic match to your divine masculine. Your DM is ready and they are healed, and many of them are ready. But if you're new on this twin flame journey, there is a trajectory, and what you must know is that healing takes time. Learning your lessons takes time. So let's go for the twin flame couple and see what comes up here. Awesome. And now we're going to get romance energy. The romance energy, romance angels and twin flame angels. What is the romance energy for twin flames as a couple for this week? And we are going to get the messages of love. This either enhances or slightly changes the meaning of the romance energy for the twin flame couple. Let's see. Romance angels, twin flame angels. What is that energy for this week? And then we're going to get DMs, messages to DM. If the divine masculine could say anything in their heart right now, this instant, from their heart space to their divine feminines, what would they say? What would they verbalize? How would they communicate? We're going to start with the divine feminine energy. Okay, so, interestingly enough, divine feminines, this is a time where I want you to keep your thoughts positive and stay positive, because I know you want romance. I know you want to be swept off your feet, and I know you want the romance, and I know you want the love letters, the love texts, the calls, the poetry. You want your knight who is super romantic to sweep you off your feet. So we've got the Eight of Air, which is the illusion of being trapped and fearful and not able to move forward. And this is directly related, because we're wondering, what does this mean, not being able to move forward? And we've got this Knight of Raphael, which is Knight of Water, Knight of Cups, which is that romance. That is that romance of the love letters, the songs, the romantic gestures, the flowers. And the divine feminines have been craving this romance, craving it so much, and just wanting to be in reunion with their twin flame divine masculine, because they've been craving all of these romantic gestures and just to be in partnership with a person that you're in love with, and to be in love and to have those loving feelings and those loving experiences with your person. And the 8 of air about being trapped is like, I feel like I'm trapped. I feel like I can't really go out on dates with other people because I don't feel it, because I know that my destiny lies with my divine masculine, and I can't get into a long-term relationship with anybody else because I know that the romance, the connection that I have with my divine masculine is like no one else I've ever experienced. And so the feeling of being trapped is like, oh, why can't I move forward? And it's an illusion, divine feminines. It's an illusion. It means that you can most certainly move forward. You can. Now, if you don't want to channel your energy into another romantic partnership because your divine masculine is right around the corner, maybe they've already reached out to you, or maybe you've been seeing them occasionally, or maybe you just have this gut feeling that they're right nearby, that they're right around the corner, and you don't want to channel that romantic energy into another relationship, but you can channel that energy into another creative endeavor. You can channel it into friendships, or your children, or your family, or yourself. And don't ever feel like you're trapped. Don't ever feel like you can't move forward with your life because you're stuck in this twin flame connection. What you need to do is just think about things from a very different perspective and go, my DM's coming to me, I just know it. And I've got all of this like romantic energy. I've got all this energy that like just wants to manifest. And how can I manifest that in a really healthy way that's maybe a different outlet? So you could, for example, redecorate your bedroom and put in new plants and flowers and lights and bedding and curtains and just making it really beautiful. You could literally write poetry. You could write your memoir. So there's a lot of ways that this creative flow of energy can manifest itself. And it does not have to be like all or nothing as far as, as far as your DM goes. But let's look at the DM energy. So what I'm seeing here from DM energy is the most beautiful and wonderful energies we could have for this week. Remember how I told you at the beginning that the astrology for the week just doesn't look great? It's not that it's bad, it just doesn't look great for moving forward with things, with anything really, whether it's career or money or love or whatever. It's kind of this like brewing under the surface, stuck-ish energy, right? And that's a little bit of what you guys are feeling too, divine feminines. But DMs are gearing up. I love this. So I'm going to hold these up together because they make sense together. We've got the 2 of Raphael, which is the 2 of Cups. And the Wheel card. This is the best, you guys. This is so good. This is so good. Look at this in this deck, this tarot deck, which is the Archangel Power Tarot deck. If you see the couple with the 2 hands coming together, there's the sun setting, which is like a flame, right? It looks like a flame. Twin flames coming back together. And the Wheel is about moving forward. DMs want to move forward with their GFs. They want this reunion. They want the rekindling. They want the resolution of conflict, forgiveness, the resurgence, the resurfacing of the couple. They are raring to go. They are willing and ready to move forward with you, DFs. Oh my gosh, that is amazing energy. The Wheel of Fortune, when it's put next to a really good energy in the cards, it just means it's moving forward wonderfully. Like, you will start to see change very, very soon. And DMs want this. They want the resurgence. They want to be in a couple with you again. They want that romantic energy. So it's really interesting how DFs are like craving the romantic energy, but DMs are too. They want the positivity of you guys coming back together, and they see that there is a positive momentum in it. They definitely see it. It's energy in the making. Oh my gosh, so cool. But remember what I said about this wonky, crazy energy for the next 13 days or 12 days is that you might be feeling it on the inside. DMs might be feeling it on the inside. But Mars going direct on November 13th might start to change things, because remember, Mars and Venus, right? The masculine, the feminine, Venus divine feminine, Mars divine masculine. Mars is in retrograde, so not moving forward. The masculine energy is Martian energy. Martian energy, that sounds weird, but masculine energy, Mars is very much a masculine energy. So when Mars starts to move forward, DMs are likely to start to move forward, those that have been thinking about it. So even though we're seeing the Two of Raphael with the Wheel card, the Two of Cups with the Wheel card, and that means that DMs' full-on intentions are to move forward with their divine feminines, sit tight. Like, sit tight, because it doesn't always mean that things are gonna, boom, happen immediately. For some of you, it might, because it's not only about divine masculine, divine feminine energies. In addition to that, it's your individual birth charts, right? So it just depends on DM and where their birth charts and all the planetary aspects lie in their birth chart. And for divine feminines, it's the same thing. So remember, as a general reading, this is a general overview, and timing is always weird, right? Timing really depends on many different factors, and I'm actually going to produce a video on that. But what I would say to you, divine feminines, is don't lose heart, because the energy to move forward with you is definitely there. It's not latent, it's not like not happening, it's just, it'll move, but it'll move forward slowly. Now let's go to this reading. As we move through this, is getting more and more and more interesting. This is crazy. Okay, so we've got the Strength card, which is number 11. This is one of the cards in the deck that I personally consider to be one of the twin flame cards in tarot. There are about 5 or 6, and I always say this in my personal readings, there are about 5 or 6 that my angels will consistently show me when it comes to twin flames, and the Strength card is one of them. The top number is the number 11. We've got the Divine Goddess here, represented by Archangel Ariel, which is like Mother Nature angel. She's like a very divine feminine but fierce energy. And then we've got the Lion, which is representative of divine masculine. We've got the doves. Oh my God, there's just so much in this. We've got the doves representing peace. We've got the infinity sign. And one thing that I see in this Strength is what I was saying at the beginning of the reading about the masculine staying in masculine energy, the feminine staying in feminine energy, and each one of you is owning your own energies, and therefore the polarity, the magnetic pull to come together, can actually come together. So that's what's currently happening for many twin flame couples, where you're learning your lessons. Like, hey, if I'm a divine feminine, I need not be in push energy. I need to be in receptive energy. And if you're a divine masculine, it's like, I don't need to be in passive receptive energy. I need to go out there and be the fire, like be the solar plexus fire, be the Mars energy. And that's what my role is here. And this really, solidifies the fact that those of you that are in your proper energies are ready. And let's go to the next card that came with it, and that's where we see the pause. Again, astrologically speaking, it's all playing out here because we have the Four of Air, which is the card of great rest. So it doesn't mean that twin flames are not going to move forward together. It just means that there's going to be a time of rest, which seems to be now, right? It seems to be now where, you know, Mercury is not moving forward, so communication is not necessarily going to be as flowing and smooth as silk. And then Mars being in retrograde, not moving forward, so the forward moving action is not going to be as forward moving or active. So this is happening though. Let things go direct. Let planets go direct. Oh my God, like seriously, you guys? Whoa, you know what? I think your angels want you to get this message today because so many of you are feeling that stuck energy. And I know for the most part, the viewers who come to me for these readings are divine feminines. I know there are some of you that are divine masculines. Thank you, divine masculines, for watching my readings. I really appreciate it. But many of you, I'd say a majority, are divine feminines. And when we see this stuck energy about romance for divine feminines, you know, the angels want to give you almost like a carrot, like something to move toward, because they don't want you abandoning the journey. That is not in God's highest and best good, is for you to abandon your journey. So they really don't want you to abandon your journey. So I think when they sense that there are DFs that are getting so frustrated that they're just like, I just want to move on, I'm done with this, dunzo, they give you more reinforcement that says, hey, this is coming together. Like, this is really happening. Because look what we got for the romance energy. Now remember, the first card, the pink card, is the first romance energy that comes out. The second card, the white card, is always a reinforcement to the first card. So what that means is, if the second card is positive, it's going to reinforce it. If the second card is negative, it's going to slightly move the meaning to a different way. But look what we got, guys. Look what we got for romance energy. We got chemistry and marriage. We got chemistry and marriage, chemistry and marriage. This union is leading to marriage. What? Oh my gosh, we got 3 cards indicating this time. So we have the 2 of Raphael for divine masculines, the couple coming back together in reunion. We've got the Strength card, the twin flame couple coming together because they have balanced their energies, and then the Marriage card. It's crazy. Oh, what? What? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, I'm just getting way overly excited for this reading. I'm just getting way overly excited because you see me shuffle the cards. Like, honestly, you see me shuffle those cards. I'm just getting too excited for this reading. It's too much. It's too much for even me. It's too much. Oh my goodness. Are you ready for this? Are you really ready? I'm like, my heart is beating faster. Like, my heart is beating faster because I'm blown away by this reading. I'm 100% blown away. I'm totally blown away. Now, for those of you getting ready to abandon the journey, you need to go back and view this entire video again. And if later in the week you're still wanting to abandon the journey, go back and view this video again, please. This is nuts. This is totally nuts. And I shuffle those cards like crazy. Okay, this is just nuts. Look, what did I say? I said there are 3 reunion cards so far. So far in this reading, there are 3 twin flame reunion cards, right? Oh my gosh. DM says, I'm starting to understand our connection and we will be together again. 4th reunion card, 4th. This is crazy, you guys. I I can't even process it this week. And honestly, I do like 12 readings a week. The fact that I'm having a hard time processing this is because I can't believe how strong the messages are this week. I cannot even begin to believe how strong they are. Oh my goodness. Okay, whew. Let's just take a break here. All right, so yeah, I don't think there needs to be anything else that needs to be said. If you're really in doubt about your personal twin flame story, you can always book a reading with me. And I counted, because I'm taking some days off for Thanksgiving, I only have like 42 reading slots, which already 3 or 4 are already taken up for November. So if you want to book a reading with me for November, I would say book in advance because of the days that I am taking off in November. And the same thing's going to happen for December. My family's here in December. I'm going to be taking some days off doing readings. So November and December, I'm doing less readings than I would normally do. So please book those in advance at fondinwellness.com. But I just need a moment. I need a moment to process all this. This is like amazing. Thank you, angels. Thank you, God. Thank your angels. Thank God for this. This is like, it must be so necessary because usually something this strong does not surface. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for supporting this channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.